Today, we're going to have a discussion. A tough discussion. Because today, we're talking about when did everyone's favorite OG transformation, Super Saiyan, stop feeling so, well, super. So when did Super Saiyan stop feeling so super? Take a second to remember the first time you saw Super Saiyan. For me, it was in the 90s, and it was so epic. It was amazing. And back in the day, Super Saiyan was everywhere. It was in all of pop culture. You used to see people wearing t-shirts with Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta all around. They were everywhere. Nowadays, not so much. If you go to maybe a school or something, you'll probably see some kids wearing shirts with Goku and Vegeta on them, but they're not Super Saiyans. They're Super Saiyan Blue. When did this happen? What happened in the actual show of Dragon Ball to diminish the value of Super Saiyan so much? Well, I think in order to answer that, we actually have a few moments that would be top culprits in this crime. But before we get to that, I just want to give a quick reminder to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. That way you'll become notified each time I come out with new content. But back to it. So which moment would be the main culprit in this? Well, I think we should start at the beginning with the first moment. And I think the first moment would definitely have to be Trunks arriving to fight Frieza and King Cold. And I know, it's an amazing scene. Look, I love that scene. I love it so much. When I was a kid, I owned it on VHS. It's an amazing scene, awesome action, super cool music. Now, of course, I'm talking about the Bruce Faulkner score. I'm a Faulkner guy, that's right. And so it was just, I watched it so much when I was a kid that literally the VHS stopped working. I watched it so much, it broke the VHS. So if that puts it into your mind how much I love this scene, I really love it. So it kind of pains me to paint it as this culprit of, destroying the legacy of Super Saiyan. But it definitely did in two ways. One, Trunks gives the realization that Goku's not the only Super Saiyan. And this whole time we've been saying the one and only legendary Super Saiyan is kind of a bunch of bullcrap because it's not. It's not the one and only. Other people can do it and have. So it's not every 1,000 years like Vegeta was saying when he was watching Goku fight against Raccoon. It's not that legendary anymore. I mean, it kind of, stinks to kind of say it like that, but yes, it took away that much steam from it. It no longer felt so legendary. And then on top of that, then Trunks takes Goku off to the side and tells him that Super Saiyan isn't even all that strong. I mean, yeah, that's not the words he used, but that's the message that was conveyed. Because he lets him know that in the future, in his timeline, there's two androids that Super Saiyan just isn't strong enough to beat. So not only is now Super Saiyan not all that legendary and special, but now it's also not even all that strong. It's not even strong enough to beat the main villain. So, I mean, if you don't see how that takes away a lot of the steam from the sales of Super Saiyan, then I don't know what to tell you. But maybe this next culprit, this next moment will. So that honor, quote unquote honor, is going to belong to Vegeta when he actually loses to Android 18. Now this is significant because this is the first time we actually see Super Saiyan losing. We see Super Saiyan lose the title of greatest. We see Super Saiyan lose its championship, and it gets woman-handled. I mean, bad. At first, it seems like it's going to be a real close fight, real even, but then we kind of learn that 18 is just kind of stringing him along, kind of letting him burn away some of his energy, because the androids, as we know, have infinite energy, something a Super Saiyan doesn't have. And so, by the end of the fight, Android 18 is just having her way. She breaks Vegeta's arm in one of the most gruesome and awesome scenes in Dragon Ball Z. And so, as amazing as all that is, as iconic as that scene is to Dragon Ball, there is no doubt that it absolutely takes away from the legacy, I should say, of Super Saiyan. So, yeah, but it gets worse. It gets worse before we even get to the Buu Saga. And you're probably wondering, how? How can it get worse? There's nothing else that happens, but there is. And that is possibly the most iconic scene in all of Dragon Ball Z, with Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. And yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. It's a great scene. I get it. I love it too. But you can't deny that the second when you add Super Saiyan 2 to the mix, Super Saiyan becomes painfully irrelevant. I mean, useless. It was before this moment. I was on the playground with my friends. Everyone wants to be Super Saiyan. Not after that moment. Not after that episode. Once, Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, nobody really wants to be Super Saiyan anymore. It's kind of, like I said, irrelevant. And now with that out of the way, I can go to something that's not going to get me so much hate. And that's the Buu Saga. Because universally, throughout the Dragon Ball community, the Buu Saga is definitely not looked at as favorable as the previous sagas in Dragon Ball Z. And that's for a few reasons, but I think one of the main reasons is because of how much it disrespects Super Saiyan. I mean, it starts out with what's named by Vegeta the Super Saiyan bargain cell, when you see Goten and Trunks go Super Saiyan without any of the struggle, without any of the heartache, without any of the dramatic moments. They just do it for comic relief, for comedy. They literally turn the legendary transformation of Super Saiyan with all of its dramatic moments and tension into comedy. And so it puts a bad taste in your mouth if you're a fan of Super Saiyan from the very beginning. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, because the Buu Saga continues to just throw Super Saiyan into the pits of fire that is irrelevancy much, much more. And you can watch those flames go higher and higher as they introduce fusion. Yes, fusion. You might be wondering, how does fusion take away from Super Saiyan? Well, just like Super Saiyan, fusion is a transformation. And it's the new kid on the block. And it's taken away all the spotlight from Super Saiyan, because it comes around simply because Super Saiyan isn't strong enough to do the job anymore. Fusion is much, much, much stronger than Super Saiyan. And so it is the new thing with Dragon Ball Z. And yes, maybe at this point in time, Dragon Ball, it needed something new and something fresh. And you know what? Fusion fit the bill pretty perfectly, and is pretty well received throughout the Dragon Ball community. But you can't deny that it definitely took away a lot of the shine, a lot of the spotlight from Super Saiyan. But it doesn't stop there, because the Buu Saga brings us another transformation to make Super Saiyan take, yet again, the back seat. And that's Gohan's. Yes, Gohan. He is a Super Saiyan, which makes it all the worse. Because not only is he, a Super Saiyan, and then a Super Saiyan 2, which I'm still going to lump in there kind of with Super Saiyan. I know I just said that the scene kind of is one of the culprits, but it's still kind of lumped in there with the Super Saiyan family. But now he's got a totally different transformation. Totally different transformation. Mystic Gohan. I know some people might not like me saying Mystic Gohan, but I'm going to say Mystic Gohan. So he gets this power, and he no longer goes Super Saiyan anymore, because Super Saiyan is so irrelevant. He doesn't need it. It's pointless. I mean, how much more obvious can Dragon Ball make it that Super Saiyan is a thing of the past? It's a relic. It's old news. Well, if it needed to any further, it does. It makes it way more apparent. And that's in Dragon Ball Super. As we go out of Dragon Ball Z and into Dragon Ball Super, it kind of makes the Buu Saga look like a Super Saiyan fan in comparison. I mean, at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super, we see Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and again, like I said, it's in the Super Saiyan family. Super Saiyan 3 Goku getting defeated by Beerus with one finger, just a flick. And so, if that doesn't show you how absolutely useless Super Saiyan is, I mean, again, this is Super Saiyan 3, so I'm just lumping it in with the family at this point. But I mean, if you just want to stick to original Super Saiyan, then obviously Super Saiyan 3 is useless, Super Saiyan 2 is really useless, Super Saiyan 1 is, what is that? You know, it's not even in the conversation of useful anymore in Dragon Ball Super. And so then we get introduced to a new type of transformation, Super Saiyan God. Because original Super Saiyan isn't legendary enough. It's not strong enough. So we have to basically just revamp it and add the word God at the end of it. So, yes, it's still technically, I guess, in the Super Saiyan family, if you want to say that. But it's not really Super Saiyan, is it? Either way, we get introduced to that. But even if you do say it's still in the family of Super Saiyan, it loses. It loses to Beerus. It loses in its debut. What the heck? So, yeah, you have Super Saiyan God that gets introduced and makes Super Saiyan completely meaningless now, but then it loses because it's not even strong enough, making Super Saiyan look even weaker. Like, good Lord. Good Lord. So, you know, but Dragon Ball Super, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop because then it adds another transformation on top of that. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Which, again, in the family, sure. But how many times does Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue actually win? How many times? When you first see it, it's fighting against Frieza. Frieza, an opponent that Super Saiyan originally defeated. And you know what? Maybe because of some screwy situations, some circumstances, Goku loses, but Goku still loses as Super Saiyan Blue to Golden Frieza. He still loses. And so, I mean, not only now, you're getting kind of a blend of everything in Dragon Ball Super that Dragon Ball Z did to destroy Super Saiyan. Because you're not only getting stronger transformations, but you're also getting Super Saiyan losing. It's just blending it all together. It's just the greatest hits of screw Super Saiyan. And that is, ironically, Dragon Ball Super. But hey, there's more. So, after that, you get introduced to other Saiyans from a different universe. And maybe, you know, that's a cool concept. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's awesome. But I don't like what they then did to Super Saiyan. They turned this rage, this need, it comes from a desire to transform into a Super Saiyan. And only through hard work, perseverance, discipline, can you achieve this great accomplishment. Only then can you become a Super Saiyan. No. False. That is not true. In Dragon Ball Super, it's now downgraded to a tingly back and S cells. That's right. Who needs desperation? Who needs need and hard work when you got S cells? So I see what Akira Toriyama was trying to do by introducing a more scientific, you know, explanation for the Super Saiyan transformation. But man, did it flop. I don't know anyone in the Dragon Ball community that actually likes S cells. This explanation it flopped. You know what? If you like S cells, if you like that kind of stuff, please comment, tell me, let me know. I heard there was one of you out there, so I would love to meet you. But yeah, so those are my, oh my God, I almost forgot. The main culprit of this, Ultra Instinct, the new kid on the block. Ultra Instinct is the biggest thing that Dragon Ball Super has actually done to destroy the legacy of Dragon Ball, or destroy the legacy of Super Saiyan. And man, does it ever. Because now you're just leaving the family of Super Saiyan altogether and going to a transformation that's not even that of a Saiyan anymore. It's divine? Angelic? I don't know. But either way, it's not Saiyan, that's for sure. And it's so much infinitely stronger than Super Saiyan, it's not even comparable. That being said, I kind of feel like Ultra Instinct is just the new Super Saiyan. And pretty soon, Goku's not going to be the only one that, can do this transformation, just like Super Saiyan. But hey, you got to sell that merchandise, am I right? So with all of those moments, which moment then do I feel like personally is the moment that's the main antagonist to the reputation of Super Saiyan, to the legacy of Super Saiyan? Which one did it the most injustice? And if I had to really pick just one, I would probably have to say Trunks. And man, it's really hard to say because I also want to say the Super Saiyan bargain cell, but I guess it's just because it's the first one. It took so much out of Super Saiyan when it happened. I mean, it took away a lot. Like I said, you're not talking about one thing, you're talking about two things. You're talking about taking away its uniqueness, its legendariness, and then also taking away its power, because it dethroned it from being the strongest. But hey, you don't have to agree with me. I'm sure most of you probably won't. So yeah, that's my thoughts on everything. I'm sure, again, you guys will disagree, but let me know what you think in the comments below. And you know what? If you did like this video, obviously with my channel being brand new, having a ton of fun doing this, by the way, but with my channel being brand new, obviously I can use some subscribers, some likes, and if you want to hit that bell icon so you can get notified of my future content. So yes, I do appreciate all of you guys for hanging in there and listening to what I have to say, and I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, I'll see you on the flippity flip.